Otto Addo has a lot of work to do. Nobody will say that you are not a technical person, but we can see how when a team is playing good football, when a team has a plan, when a team has a pattern.
Welcome to Tactics and Touchlines. Today we are having a discussion about the Black Stars. They had a game against Japan. We lost 2-0 against Japan. Ghanaians are talking. What is going on with the Black Stars? Is it that we didn't get our key players coming in, or Otto Addo as a coach, we can't trust him going into the World Cup? We speak with my pundit to have a whole discussion about the Black Stars. We'll go into the game with the lineup that happened, and also we'll give you in-depth details on what happened on the day. Some players were taken off. They were due to some injuries, a massive injury to Abu Francis. We are going to have that discussion. What is the way forward for Abu Francis with an injury like this? And also we'll go into details. Is our team prepared for the World Cup and what we need to do? Welcome to the show. Don't forget, this show is brought to you by MYBET.AFRICA. This week, we are in the month of November, and MYBET.AFRICA is giving us Black Friday for the full month of November. What MYBET.AFRICA is telling us that if you play any of their casino and virtual games, that is Aviator, Spin to Win, JetX, you get a chance to win 10% cashback on your losses. So as you are playing and you are losing, don't worry, MYBET.AFRICA will reward you with some amazing money into your account so that you can continue to bet, fly your jets, and also fly your Aviator plane and try some of the casino games. So welcome, Ralph. Welcome, Prince. Today, Black Stars had a game with Japan. I want us to go into details. Let's look at the statistics of the game. Then later, we'll look at what should we expect from our Black Stars. So with the game, the full data of the game was with ball possession, we had 51 for Japan, 49 for Ghana. Total shots, Japan had 14, Ghana had 7. Shot on target, Japan had 5, Ghana had 2. Big tackles, interceptions, everything shows that Japan dominated the game. As a Ghanaian, Ralph, Prince, should we be worried? Or we should take it as it's just a friendly game? What should we do going forward, especially with our next game coming up against South Korea?
Yeah, I think we should be worried. This shouldn't be something we should just take lightly, because unfortunately we are not playing at the AFCON to assess our strength and our weakness. We have barely 7 months or 8 months to go into the World Cup. You understand? So I fear for our chances. With the game we play today, it doesn't look good. We have a game against, I think, South Korea on Monday.
South Korea,
yeah. And today I saw a goal scored by Heung-min Son. He scored a free kick, and those guys are just preparing themselves for the World Cup. And you look at Ghana, and it's the other way around. We tried a new keeper today. Just imagine our keeper, that is Benjamin Asare, got there yesterday in the morning. He left Ghana, I think. He left Ghana, and I don't know how his flight was, because how can you leave Ghana and get there 2 or 3 days later or 2 days after? I don't know where he went to, because if you are supposed to get there early, train with the team and prepare yourself, because some of these games are supposed to test the goalkeeper, his strength, where we need to work on him, where we need to assess him and all that. And I'm surprised with the second the Joseph Annan, the guy who was in the post today. In the second goal, I don't know how he made us that went in. Fine. I know Duan is a very good player who plays for Freiburg. He's a very good player. So good. That's his favorite foot, and he strike the ball so well. But I believe the keeper should have done better in that position. And just like myself and Ralph, we've always been criticizing the coach. I think he needs to get his selection right. We are going to the World Cup. See, we are not going to the AFCON to get some of these games to know where we are good at and where we are not good at, because we just have what's the name? International breaks in between this 7 months, and international breaks are just for like 1 week or 2 weeks, and after that we'll go to the end of the season. So I don't know, but I fear our chances, honestly. So I'll leave this for Ralph to also add something to what I just said.
Okay, so Ralph, looking at this, we had some of our players missing out. We had Jordan Ayew, Thomas Partey, Mohamed Kudus, Isawa Aku. Most of our key players were missing out on this friendlies. And Ghanaians are saying some players don't take our friendly serious. So anytime there are friendly games, they feel like there's no need for us to come because in the end, we'll go to the World Cup and perform. Do you think this should be a concern for Ghanaians? Because as Prince said, we have few games for the World Cup. The next international break will be in March. And that would be like for a week. After that, the next game Ghana is going to get is going to be that ending of the season, May, preparing for the World Cup. Is this a big concern? Some of our big players pulling out for the national team.
Ben, one of the reasons why they are pulling out of the national assignment or the national games or the international friendlies is what has just happened to Francis Abu. Very, very unfortunate.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why they were avoiding this game is what has just happened to Francis Abu, unfortunately. A new boy, a new player who wants to get a starting place in his club side, came to represent his country, and then it's all gone. It's not something. This is something that happened, but it's very unfortunate it happened to this boy at this time. Yeah. He's fighting for a place in his club side. We quite remember Jerry Akaminkum, proud to the World Cup for Ghana Black Stars, got injured, and then we couldn't hear from Jerry Akaminkum again. Now the question I want to ask is, will Francis Abu be called back to the national team when he's fully fit? He got injured on the national assignment, and now
just look at Kukufiche. Where is he now?
Daniel Kukufiche for about 2 years now.
Where is he now?
I think we just forget about these players when they come.
We just forget about players when they go.
We just forget about them and bring new people in, which is a problem.
Man, it's unfortunate. For whichever reason why this guy got injured, it is a different matter for us to discuss. Yeah. Now going into the game itself, Ben, Otto Addo has a lot of work to do. Me, I'm not somebody will say that you are not a technical person, but we can see how when a team is playing good football, when a team has a plan, when a team has a pattern, when there's true. Ben, this Japanese team, player for player, if Ghana really assembles quality players, we have better players than the Japanese national team. Oh, yeah. But what is working for them? A proper structure and a proper developmental strategy. They know how to promote players. They have a system that is working. Wataru Endo hardly gets game time for Liverpool, but when he goes to his national side, he's the captain of the national team. Yeah. You understand? Karo Mitoma, Kubo, these are fantastic players. Mitoma and Kubo, you will say that, oh yes, these are the two key players who are playing in top leagues.
Ralph, they even scored Brazil 3-2.
Yeah, they scored Brazil in their recent 3-2.
Exactly. Yeah. Obaben, but Prince, we all know Brazil has some little problems. You know, when Brazil is at its best, we know how Brazil plays. But Brazil's issue is, but they beat Brazil because they have a structure, they have a way of playing, they have a pattern. Look, if there's any country that has players who show 100% commitment, those Asians. They are 100% committed when it comes to the national assignment.
It's true.
I want to ask, is the Black Stars, are they also committed? Can you imagine friendly match? Most of our players put out. Yes, someone will say because of injuries. You can't blame these guys. Man, you can. What if this injury occurred to, let's say, in quote, to Kudus Mohammed? Ghanaians should be really, really sad because he's a star boy, he's our favorite, etc. But Francis Abu is also somebody's favorite. Francis Abu is also somebody's star boy who is looking up to. Ben, Otto Addo has a lot of work to do. Currently, after our loss against Japan, people have started their staffs again. Although should come, this one should come, that one should come. Ben, now, whatever Japan is doing now, they are preparing their team for the World Cup. They are playing among themselves so that they know each other. They have that telepathic understanding before the World Cup. Now we are going to bring in a new player. How are they going to understand each other? Inaki Williams came to the Black Stars and he's not performing well. When are they going to get him into the team to be able to gel with the other players on board? How is he going to do that? Ben, so Otto Addo, I think, Ben, there's a lot of work to be done. After today's game, what I said to myself is that I would just going to represent at the World Cup. I'm going to compete. So Ben, I'll leave that to you.
Yes, I think we're looking at this. To me, these two friendlies were some games I feel like they are games Otto Addo don't even need key players. They are games Otto Addo needs to have a structure, a plan. Yeah, this is how I want to play. Go into the World Cup proper. This is how I want to set up. And I think his 3-back system, to me, is one of the worst 3-back system I've seen in the world. Because you set up in a 3-back system, And anytime the ball gets into the final third, into the opponent half, we are limited with players up there. We all know that with 3-back system, the likes of Crystal Palace, even Tuchel with Chelsea, you see players surging forward, getting into the box, finding spaces. But with our 3-back system, we are naturally playing fullbacks or centre backs as our wing backs. And sometimes I ask myself, is Otto Addo having people behind him that are really telling him, yeah, Raf?
Ben, oh, sorry, I'm not cutting you.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, why is it that they call the local boys Kevin Nkrumah, and there's another local boy that he called, 2 players,
Great.
Kevin Nkrumah from Media, I think Mediama or Nations, I think
Mediama.
Yes, and another guy. When they call these guys to the national side, they don't play even one game, and they come back.
The funny thing is, these players mostly are being called to the national side. There is a FIFA fund. When a local player is being called into the national team, I think there's some money being allocated to the league, and naturally, those are some of the things they are targeting. But as I was saying, I think we need to work on. To me, Otto Addo is not convincing. It's not convincing for me at all, because nowadays, I always say this: coaching some way somehow has become so easy for the man at the top, because you have a set piece coach. You have an analysis. You have a whole lot of
train coach.
Yes, who are doing the basics for you. So the only thing you need to do is come up with a plan, bring everything together, and let it work. But now we have all these set piece coaches. We have John Paintil, most other coaches. This under-20 coach who just joined the Black Stars. They are all there. So how are we still finding it difficult to come up with a plan? I think our national team shouldn't be playing a 3-back system. I don't know for how you people feel, but to me, our national team, we shouldn't be playing a 3-back system, because we have a lot of attackers who likes to touch the line. Amaldin, Fatal Isawaku, Semenyo, Joseph Paintil, Nyama, what is his name? Kudus, even Christopher Babonsu. 7 wingers who always want to touch the line. And we are now playing them as double number 10s, who they need to get themselves into those half spaces. So I think Otto Addo, one, is not profiling the players well, and he's going with a 3-back system because he feels like he wants to protect the team. And I think he needs to do something, which going forward, if in our subsequent games we are not seeing anything convincing, as you said, we can't go to the World Cup and be yes. So if we are going there to compete, meaning we need to go there and also show the world, like we did in 2010, we did it in 2006, to make them know that there's a country coming from Africa. We are coming to convince at all. So let's look at Raf, Prince. What do we think would be the best lineup or the best formation for this Black Star setup, looking at the crop of players we have?
Ben, what I'll say is that typically every manager will go 4-3-3. That is the normal formation or system, whereby we have the 3 forwards, who we have the right and the left wing are dropping deep to help the midfield, and we leave one person at the top when we are defending. But man, the national team is a bit difficult for new managers, because how many times are you going to experiment? How many times are you going to play with the players to know how they're going to fit into a system or style? So I would prefer that when we meet a team whereby we will not be able to play to our own strength, but let's stay very solid. You know, I always talk about being solid as a team. You know, let's stay very solid. And then even when Ghana stays solid and we are playing defensive, you are still feeling very, very jittery. Even our last workout, what we do against South Korea, Ben 2-2, where I remember Kudus Mohammed scored. Extra time.
Game we won that game.
We won that game.
3-2, but the last minute they were pressing us.
Yes, that last minute was the longest, the longest extra time I've seen in my life.
I tell you.
So, which means that even when we are defending, there are problems.
We are still having problems.
We are still having problems. And the boys we have are not the boys who can defend very deep. I'm looking at our midfield. Sometimes when you are going to, somebody will say that France won the World Cup because of a certain N'Golo Kante. Tackling very hard, moving here and there. Pogba moving very wild and other stuff. Do we have that place in our team? Is Akosisibo good enough? Because The last time Oviedo I followed Oviedo in the last 2-3 games. He has not been getting enough game time. I don't know.
And to me, Kwesizibo is not convincing for me. I don't know. I've been telling people about this. I feel like he's just a destroyer. And now in modern football, you can't just be a destroyer. You need to add a ball playing to your game. That is why we see teams like Tottenham struggling with Palhinha, because he's just a destroyer and he can't add that to his game. I just see him to be a destroyer who would pair perfectly with Thomas Partey, because he would destroy the ball, Partey can move the ball. But this is where we are in the national team, where we are playing a three-back with a two-double pivotal in Thomas Partey. Now, Partey can't surge more forward. He needs to sit in front of the defense. So naturally, it's like we are defending so deep. And as you said, concerning the lineup,
we had a boy, Baba Idris. Where's that boy now?
They've forgotten about him.
Just like always.
They've forgotten about him. Because
when it comes to the Black Stars, issues about forgetting players, I just don't know. There was this striker we had called Kwesi Appiah, a fair guy who was he has so much potential. He came in and he brought that vibe of Junior Agogo. Sorry to the family, the late Junior Agogo, who was so prolific behind goalpost, and it was so good. This Kwesi Appiah guy came in, and we're all praising the guy. He got injured, and we didn't hear of him again. I think the Black Stars going into this World Cup more than a lot of work to do, because when you look at the game Congo played against Cameroon yesterday, is it Congo played against Cameroon yesterday? I don't know if it's I watched that game, and you see how these Congo guys were playing. You can mention a notable name in their lineup, and a player that you can see that this player plays for this top club. These guys are just hungry to play for the jersey, for the flag. You understand? But when you come to this side of the world or the continent, you realize that the boys are just scared. The boys are. Today I was watching a game we played against Japan, and there's some 50-50 balls that instead of these guys going for the tackle, they are scared because they want to make the list, the World Cup list in next year June. And I'm like, Charlie, because if you're not doing it now, are you going to do it at the World Cup? Are you going to do it when Vitinha has taken a ball from you and he has laid a pass to Rafael or something? No, you have to start doing it now. And I think Ben, you mentioned something about the Japanese guys, and I saw something today. I need to commend them for that. These guys were brought up so well. And when Abu Francis got injured, when the guy who caused the injury came out, he went straight to our coach to say sorry. You could feel that he felt remorse, and I was like, wow, this is beautiful. This is fair play. This is what football is about. And these guys, I really like them for some of the few things they even do at the World Cup. Whenever we go to the World Cup, we realize that after they're done with their game, they go about picking. You get it. They always
discipline.
They always coming to give a sign in there that this is what we stand for. And honestly, I really like the way they welcome us today in Japan, and it was so nice. I believe the South Koreans are also going to do the same thing. And let's give kudos to the Asians. Okay, I want us to look at the game coming up, South Korea against Ghana. And these two teams have met 3 times. Ghana have won 2 and South Korea has won 1. The recent one was the World Cup won by 3. Going into this game, as I've been saying, Otto Addo, these 2 friendlies, I'm not expecting him to win all the games, but I'm expecting to see some positives from the way we set up, the way we play our ball. Even if we are to lose, there are sometimes your team get to lose and you feel like, oh, this performance is top notch. We are going to get
United and Arsenal. Similar to us, United and Arsenal, yeah.
So you see that a top notch performance. So we are going to make something out of it. That is what I'm looking at. So going deeper into the game, Raf, there's a team, we've beaten them twice. In our last friendly game we played against them, we won them by 4-0. And this is one game Ghanaians are looking at, we replicating that same scoreline. Going into this game, how do you want Otto Addo to set up? And what do you think we can be able to do to outsmart the South Koreans?
Ben, difficult question. Difficult question because I don't trust the team. The boys in the... No, Ben, I don't trust the team. no matter the opinions I give about this team, I don't know what Otto Addo is going to do. Ben,
the final decision
Benjamin,
lies with Otto Addo.
is it
I'm saying whatever you say here, the final decision lies with Otto Addo.
Otto Addo, yes.
Ben, right now, I don't know. The last time we said Caleb Irenchi is not a right back. Today he played also as still at the right back. And Ben made a point. He's not profiling the players very well.
Yeah.
And he came in to play as a center mid, and he was performing so well. But the next game, you see him playing as a right back.
He plays him out of position.
Why are you doing that? This is not a club. This is a national team.
Yeah.
And you are doing Matra and Makwe. And Ben, anytime Semenyo comes to the national side, as if Semenyo is an average player.
He was playing strike.
Ben, Prince, I can tell you on authority that Inak Williams, maybe he might have some regrets.
Yeah,
like he's having regrets because he's not enjoying the national team. He's just playing for Ghana, but he's not really enjoying it. Okay,
yes. But Raf, I think with this, why don't, because I've seen with the Spanish national team, with the France national team, with the English national team, it's more of they look at how some key players are playing in their various clubs, and they are replicating the same lineups in the national team. So if you are looking at France, they are playing a 3-4-2-1. The way Kylian Mbappe is leading the line at Roma, doing this. If you go to Spain, Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams, the same thing at their club side.
Yeah.
Pedri. If you go to England, you are seeing Saka from the right.
Yeah.
And now we are even hearing comments that there are some players, Thomas Tuchel is looking at them not playing a particular role because he thinks other players are performing so well at their club than those things. So why don't you replicate the same thing? We know Semenyo is best from the left wing.
Yes.
He coming in. So when we bring him to the national team, we are playing him as a striker. We are playing him at different positions. So we are not getting the best out of our players. So I think, as you are saying, we need to replicate their club form in the national team because we are not getting the 1 month, 2 months, 3 months to train with these players. We get a week. Even this friendly, we are getting 2 days training. So 2 days training is not now you're coming to implement a whole new system.
Yes. Ben, Jiku, I'm not sure Jiku be playing this game. And then the West Ham under 20 goalkeeper, I think he will still be in the game. But I'll be very happy if the local boy, the Kevin Nkrumah boy, who was called from the local league here, will get a game to boost that confidence, to give the local boys some morale. But Ben, I'm not sure he's going to do that. I'm not sure the manager is going to play that boy. I don't know why. I don't know. Ben, I actually can't pinpoint one part. Look, there are players who came to the national team. Majid Ashimero, I don't know where he is now.
Yeah.
All these guys, quality players, I don't know where they are now. I don't know, Ben. On what criteria does he select the players for the national team? Is it on form basis? Somebody will say, sorry, in Kutu, I'm not too sure. It's alleged that sometimes players have to pay some dime before they get a call up into the national team. They have to pay another dime to get to play even a friendly game. Okay. At the moment, when I check the lineup on a platform, a football platform, I saw Ghana lining up in a 5-4-1 formation. 5 back. How can you play a friendly match? A friendly match is an opportunity for you to experiment your system and your style. And you are going a 5 back. So Ben, this manager is telling us that even when the World Cup starts today, he's going to play a defensive style. Even when we need to win, he's going to play a 5 back. And it's not even convincing. Playing Semenyo as a center forward, which is not working. I checked the rating. Semenyo had 5.8. The worst rating in the national team, in the Black Star team. How is he managing the team? Who are his technical directors? Who are his video analysts? Who is monitoring these players? Who are the scouts who are going out there to watch these players for the national team? He's going to disgrace us at the World Cup. That is the short thing.
Okay. So, Raf, looking at this game, what scoreline do you think we'll get from this
Ben,
game?
the South Koreans have been preparing for so many months. They will beat Ghana like 3-4-0. They will beat Ghana like 3-4-0. You the market. We are not serious.
Okay, friends. Looking at Raf is really pissed off, and looking at
very
this
very
game,
emotional.
Looking at this game, are we going to get a better team against South Korea? And you've always been talking about Benjamin Asari. Do you think this is the time he needs to start against South Korea to be able to show that he will be able to perform at the World Cup?
Prince.
Just what you mentioned when you're Raf is coming to defense.
David, Prince, Benjamin Asari to start against South Korea is a trap. It's a trap. You go there with content. It's a trap, please.
But that's our number one. That's our number one.
Ben, it's a trap. They want to load
so
him.
Now you people want us to keep Benjamin Asari in the fridge for the World Cup.
But that game against South Korea, please, he shouldn't be in the goalpost. They will load him.
Okay, so
okay, Prince.
I think with this game against South Korea, the Koreans will give it all out because these guys are very good. I just like I said, I watched a snippet of their game today where Son Heung-min scored a free kick, and these guys are so good. I don't think we'll stand a chance against these Korean guys. And trust me, they're going to beat us. But I believe we should give some minutes to Benjamin Asari to see.
That's fine. Yeah,
some minutes. Even if it's the second half.
He should start. He's the number one goalkeeper.
Ben wants a guy to drink goals.
No, I feel like to prove the others wrong. Because now we are all complaining. Ben, when he's in post,
I agree with you. He should be in the post for that game. He should be in the post for that game.
Every time
to test his pulse, to test his confidence
so
level.
If we play him against South Korea and Heung-min, Lee Kan-in are playing shots and he's not able to save them, then we know that we need to get another goalkeeper ASAP.
Prince, I told you it's a trap. I told you.
No.
This one, Bela trap foul. Bela trap.
So we should keep him aside.
Well, he will be in the post. He will catch. If the goals are coming,
I'm saying that if he's in the post and needs to keep a clean sheet, someone like Prince will move away from Ghana.
I'm telling you, disturb me, man.
So, Prince, you think Ghana are going to lose against South Korea?
I don't think we stand a chance. The best we can do might be a draw or something. That one can, unless they try to squad. But when they rotate their squad, that's where we stand a chance. But if they're going to play their full squad, I don't think we stand a chance because we, on the other hand, we didn't even go with our best squads, our best players. So I don't think we stand a chance in the end. And the problem lies also with the coach. He'll go and put up a structure in there that will put us on the disadvantage end, and it's going to go against us. So unfortunately, just like Ralph mentioned, we don't have faith and we have belief in our team. Also, while we are going to the World Cup, this is a team where we sit back and watch, and it's just disgusting to even say.
Okay. So, like, share, and also comment. Let us know what you think about the Black Stars. Their game against Japan. Were you convinced about what happened? What do you think we need to fix in our team to make sure that we are prepared for the World Cup? And also let us know, against South Korea, we've been beating them in our last two friendlies, and we even beat them at the World Cup proper. So what are your predictions? Can we beat them again? Don't forget, go on to MYBET.AFRICA. Go onto the description, click the link, or scan the QR code on the screen and get a chance to register on MYBET.AFRICA. Go onto their platform. The South Korea-Ghana game will be on there. Get a free bet using TT Pod to be able to stake your bet on that particular game. Let us know your predictions for the game. And also, is Otto Addo a man that will take us to the World Cup, or we should get another coach into the team? Thank you, Raf. Thank you, Prince, for joining us and sharing your in-depth details on the game we had with Japan and also how the Black Stars needs to fix their team going forward. Thank you all for joining the show.
Right, thank you.